So thrilled to have Jean-Michel Jacoulot, CEO of Trident Energy. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Having signed agreements with Chevron and TotalEnergies to acquire interests in operational fields in the Republic of Congo this year, could you offer an update on the acquisition process and what this means for the country's value opportunities?
Great. No, of course. We are getting close to closing. We are waiting one document. That's the last one. We expect to get it imminently. It means that once we get it, we can go to closing, take over the operation. So hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe the next 10 days, right? But it's imminent. So we are ready. We have a team in place in Pointe-Noire, and we are ready to take over. So for us, it's a kind of re-entry into the country. I've worked in my previous experience in Congo for many years. So we are happy to go back to Congo. I think it's a very welcoming country. We found good support from governments, also good welcoming to see us back in country. And we see in these operations and the kind of fields we bought from Total and Chevron, exactly the kind of fields where we think we can make a difference. So we're talking about existing production, declining production, and we see the opportunity for us to turn things around and increase production, investing in the assets. And also associated with that, we see a lot of potential, gas potential on the field. So it's something that we committed to deliver. It's a project we really much like, and actually the Congolese government is also very appreciative of our commitments to deliver this gas project that we see potential in Congo.
And what plans do you have to optimize production in the Nkossa 2, as well as the Lianzi fields in the Congo?
Yes, I mean, so we take over operatorship of Nkossa, which is let's say a big field, a very legacy assets, I would say, from Total. So many wells, many opportunities to increase production. Lianzi it was the only operated field from Chevron. And then mainly Lianzi was operated from Cabinda, from Chevron Cabinda, Chevron Angola. Actually, what we intend to do is to operate from Congo, from Pointe-Noire. So because we have the capabilities, we're going to be established ourselves in Pointe-Noire. So we take over Lianzi. Lianzi is a difficult field in very deep water, but we see the potential to increase production. And the last part is we're also going to be a non-operated partner with Total on Moro Bilondo, which is a deep water field that they operate. And we intend to be, let's say, a constructive partner. We're probably going to have some ideas. We're going to try to be constructive and to try to help them to continue to deliver good value from the Moro fields. So there is a combination of activity we see around Nkossa, Lianzi, and Moro, and it's quite exciting, I would say.
And how is Trident Energy leveraging the latest, oilfield technologies to achieve production efficiencies and optimize mature assets, such as the Ceiba field, as well as the Okume complex as well,
Yeah,
Equatorial Guinea?
exactly. Yes. No, so that's where we started as a company. Our first acquisition was in Equatorial Guinea in 2017, also in deep water. So what we're doing actually is a good opportunity for us. We are just doing an ongoing deep water drilling campaign at the moment. We delivered the first well 2 weeks ago. It's a very good well, producing 6,500 BOPD of oil. And then we're going to connect the second well in the next 2 weeks. And then we are just yesterday, we spud an exploration well that we're going to drill also in a, let's say, adjacent permits. Where Cosmos is the nameplate operator, but we're going to drill the well as part of the, let's say, campaign. So very busy also in Equatorial Guinea. This year I've been very busy on the drilling side. Going deep water is quite of a challenge, I would say. We face some issues, but we're happy to deliver the program. In terms of, what kind of taking over some mature assets, I think there is technology for sure. I mean, actually, what we do in deep water is pretty impressive. The connection of the wells, 800 meters water depths, I think there are not so many companies who do brownfield operation in deep water.
Yeah.
And maybe Trident, as we are a young company, and we establish ourselves as an operator in deep water. We build capabilities and competencies around that, and we are delivering. It requires, I would say, creativity, knowledge, and to be bold a bit. After, I would say, our expertise is really to take over some mature assets. And I think of course, there is technology, but also there is a really mindset. I mean, it's all around, how we see ourselves, what can we bring in terms of approach. It's being very granular. It's being revisiting all the information we get from previous operator. Actually, for the drilling operation in EG, we spent a bit of time to revisit the seismic, to reprocess the seismic, try to understand better let's say, the subsurface. And after, to be able to deliver wells, and actually we deliver wells on prognosis. It means that we had a very good understanding of the subsurface, because in this kind of operation, you really want, you can't have any gaps in your understanding, right? So I think it's kind of question ourselves, is kind of revisiting a bit, what triggered development, initial development, and also be able to deliver a project cheaper, faster, and being very creative in the way we can do it, because we need to do it cheaper, actually. So I think we are very happy to what we've been doing in EG. We've been going through different period, going from a very, let's say, low hanging fruit in terms of activity, and moving into shallow water drilling and then deep water drilling. And that's something that we plan to do in Congo. And we need to go step by step. We need to learn better from the wells. We need to learn better from the reservoir. At the end of the day, I mean, it all depends on the subsurface and the geology, right? And that's where we all start. After, what we apply is new technology in terms of production enhancements, revisiting the way we optimize the fields. We want to make sure that we don't leave any reserve behind us. Reserve that we regret not having produced on due time. So our daily fight is to increase the recovery factor. And I think that's what we've been doing all over our career, I would say. And we always find ways to fight the decline, to increase production, and to lower down the break-even point, to extend the economical life of the assets. So that's what we intend to do in Congo, and we are very excited with that.
And just staying with Equatorial Guinea, can you tell us about your preparation work in tying back the wells to existing production, storage and transportation facilities?
So what we did 2 infill wells. So it means close to facilities. Actually, we finished the well, and 10 days later, the well was in production, because we pre-installed all the subsea connections. The second well work is ongoing at the moment to connect the well to the existing facilities. That will be ready in the next 10 days. So we have the second well in production online in the next 10 days. And then now we are moving into an exploration. The exploration targets we're going to drill is around 25 kilometers from existing facilities. So it's an exploration well. So it's an unknown territory. Hopefully we'll have success. And if we have success, we will come back next year or the year after with a kind of full field development. And what we do in exploration really is around what we call ILX, so infrastructure lead exploration. Means that we can connect in case of discovery, we can connect pretty easily and pretty quick to existing facilities, because we have an established footprint that we want to maximize. We want to use as much as we can. So the benefit of that is that any discovery can be tied back very quickly. But that will be the next. Once we do hopefully a discovery, that's a good problem to have, and we'll come back, let's say in the coming, as soon as we can, the sooner the better, maybe next year, the year after, to deliver production. But for the 2 infill wells, work is ongoing for the second one, and we are 1 week to get the first oil on the platform.
It's fantastic. And
Yeah,
just, my final question, we're here at African Energy Week. How are you trying to leverage this event with the partners, exhibition space, and are there any deals that you're hoping to sign this year?
It's a very good conference. We've been coming the last couple of years. We see the growth of the conference. You're right. I think the conference is also a good opportunity for networking. Networking with partners, let's say, independent companies mainly, but also with ministers. I mean, because it's all the ministers in Africa comes to the conference, and I think it's good that we spend the time together to revisit, to discuss about the plans we have. So it's been always a very fruitful, let's say, conference. And you're right. This year, I think we saw also many more service companies. So we are discussing with them actually because we are very busy. Actually, we are investing a lot in EG, but also we plan to invest a lot in Congo. And it's good to know that people knows us better, and we want to become more relevant, and we want to attract local service companies, in particular in EG, because in EG overall there is we are lacking a bit of let's say networking in terms of presence. And actually, it would be good to have more companies willing to install themselves and to get established in country. It will be simpler, it will be faster, it will be more efficient for us. So we try to convince people to come to EG because it's a very good country to work with. It's been very welcoming, it's been very supportive, all the activity we do. And it will be simpler if we can get, in countries service company established rather than calling companies from abroad, right? I mean, even if it's still in West Africa, it's still in different countries. So that's the discussion we're having here in the conference. See who will be willing to come, who will be willing to establish. I think now with Congo EG, because it's on the CMAC region, I think we clearly become more relevant in the region. We try to maximize the synergies between the two countries. We're planning to have some activities that can be shared, a kind of sharing of means between the two countries in the coming year. So this is also what we try to leverage, right? This kind of, guys, if you want to work with us in Congo, you need to help us also in EG.
Yeah.
And I think it's beneficial to everyone, right? Because actually we want to establish a long-term relationship with service companies.
Yeah.
We want to justify and give them the justification for them to get installed in some countries, in particular EG. So I think that's what we're doing, is try to, optimize the operations and optimize the relationship and leverage our position in Congo to attract more companies willing to support Trident.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, and I do hope you have a productive week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.